Should Prince William be worried? Has Prince Andrew let down his side of an important deal? And what's the real reason that Prince Harry didn't meet the King despite being just 2 miles away? We've got the answers to all those questions and more in another fascinating episode for you.
Are you serious?
Hello and welcome to Palace Confidential. I'm Jo Elvin, and back this week to talk about the big royal stories is the Mail on Sunday's editor-at-large Charlotte Griffiths and the Daily Mail's diary editor Richard Eden. Welcome to you both. Right, before we get into it, I just want to point out something, that at the time of recording, we have 240,000 subscribers. Can you help us get over the 250,000 mark? If you don't already, please do click that subscribe button. It costs nothing, but guarantees you will see each new episode of the show. Go on, go on, go on. And also, if you enjoy it, please share this show with friends, family, and anyone you think might enjoy it. This really makes a difference to us, so thank you. Right, back to business. Richard, the King has been back to business, back out and about. What's he doing?
Oh my goodness. I mean, the King has been...
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
It's as if, you know, he was a young, healthy monarch, but here he is, a 75-year-old man undergoing cancer treatment, and he has a programme that would put many others to shame. He's been out and about a lot. People might have seen the images of him at the...
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
Garden party at Buckingham Palace, which is a big thing. It's meeting, you know, there are literally thousands of guests there. He's meeting as many of them as he can, shaking hands. And that was a day, I think he actually had some cancer treatment later that day. And that wasn't his only engagement that day. The whole morning he'd been meeting, it was mainly military officials at Buckingham Palace. We've seen him attending other events such as the Royal Windsor Horse Show, which was his mother's favourite event of the year. People might remember her sort of sitting there watching a parade of cows going past and being really excited.
I don't remember that. It doesn't seem like something, you know, I've seen a few cows, none of them that memorable.
It was a video that went viral with her saying,
Okay.
cows, yeah. But the Queen used to love that event. She used to go every day.
Wait for it.
There were lovely images of King Charles attending, greeting his niece, Zara Tindall, very warmly embracing her, as he often does. But it's been really reassuring to see him out and about, and yeah, my goodness, he's busy.
Yes, well, it's been a year as well since he's been on the throne. We've just passed May 6th, and you might think, Charlotte, that that's a cause for a big celebration, the 1-year anniversary, but he didn't even do anything to mark it with Camilla.
Stop it.
No, he had a private dinner at home and Camilla wasn't there. And my understanding is she's been working her absolute socks off and she's desperate to get home to her house in Wiltshire. So she was just there seeing her own family and just chilling out a bit and didn't join Charles for dinner, for his coronation dinner. It's kind of a surprise, but I just think she's desperate to have a little rest. And they did have a more formal revisiting of Coronation Day later in the week, which she was there for.
They do seem to have found this kind of very unusual modus operandi where they live separate lives to an extent, and then it means, I think it really gives the Queen a chance to relax with her own family, away from all the sort of hullabaloo of royal life.
She really cherishes her house in Wiltshire. It's just kind of, apparently it's a little bit scruffy around the edges. It's just like you would imagine. It's kind of got a boot room with mouldy old sort of riding helmets in it, and it's just really cosy, and it's not royal, and it's not actually that smart, although it's a nice big house. I wouldn't say no, but you know, it's just where she feels truly, truly at home, and she can just relax and unwind and possibly have a gin and tonic, maybe even a cigarette, who knows?
I bet Rebecca
That doesn't make sense.
English has had a tour of that house, hasn't she?
Oh, I bet she's been invited a few times.
I bet she has. But Richard, to a piece in the Sunday Times now looking at the King a year on, it revealed that William is worried by the King's determination to just keep on carrying on throughout his treatment.
Yes, I mean, I think, you know, like a lot of us, you know, William is worried at how active his father is being. You know, it's such an interesting subject, and you know yourself from dealing with friends or family that, you know, when someone has cancer, it very much kind of is up to them what they want to undertake. And in the case of the King,
Wait for it.
He's clearly determined to do as much as possible, and I think that does make William apprehensive, as any son would be. I think, you know, he's kind of urged him to take it easy. And we also heard from Queen Camilla. She'd said at an event, she'd said, "Oh, I'm been trying to sort of hold him back a bit." You know, said it in a jokey way, but I think she kind of meant that, really.
But I think that probably is a legitimate concern, isn't it? That will he listen to good advice for his own health or not?
I'm certain you've got doctors have said to him, take it easy, and friends and officials will do too. But, you know, if
He's serious old, man.
the king wants to do something, he will do it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Camilla said he was like a caged lion, which I thought was quite a good description. But I heard that aides are desperately trying to hold him back. And especially this summer, he's dying to go to every single event going.
You serious?
Because being outside at summer events really suits his treatment, which it basically just needs to be in the open air.
Right.
So he's, you know, he wants to go to Ascot for 5 days, you know, and his aides are saying, no.
Fate. So it's obviously, you know, Harry is making a point by refusing that.
And now we have this other hoo-ha going on now, don't we, about whether or not anyone from the royal family will attend the wedding of one of Britain's richest men. What's that all about?
You better answer the fucking question.
Yeah, so Hugh Grosvenor, who's the Duke of Westminster, and as you say, you know, I think he's only in his 20s, isn't he? Or maybe he's early 30s.
Early 30s.
Early
Yeah,
30s
he's
now.
still a baby.
Yeah. Who is getting married in a couple of weeks' time. Great friends of the young royals, and obviously there's big history between, you know, the royal family and the Grosvenor family generally. And there was obviously a bit of a hoo-ha a few months ago because it was claimed that Harry...
Wait for it.
...wasn't going to go, and then it was claimed that actually he had received a save-the-date invitation, but he turned it down because it was going to be too awkward. Now the latest reports are that Prince William will be there, Harry won't be. Prince William will be an usher. I think it's likely Prince George will have some kind of role because he's Hugh's godson. But I think, again, it's, you know, weddings are always very happy family occasions, but it just highlights...
Stop it.
...the slightly awkward dynamics behind the scenes.
Gosh, the poor bride.
I know.
It's like, you know, it's all about these guys turning up. Apparently Prince William, Prince George, as you wrote about on Sunday. Anyone else?
Yeah, well, there's going to be all sorts of royals there. There's a big question mark over whether Catherine will be there. It seems so unlikely, doesn't it? But everyone's really hopeful. But it's going to be seriously the highest of high society. It's not going to be the biggest wedding. It's going to be a mere 500 people, I'm told. But it's going to be...
Wait for it.
I'm going to couch it as nigh on a royal wedding. It's going to be lots of big names there, most of the royal family. But the really sad thing for Hugh is that he's one of the very, very few people who's friends with both brothers, and it's been absolutely fraught with difficulty. So he's being kind of punished for his dual loyalty here, because Hugh is Charles's godson, and he's also godfather to Archie and to George. So he's obviously, you know, in the trifecta of doom. He's right there, bang in the middle, trying to work out... I know, it's Charles, William, Harry. He's in the middle going, and there's godparents flying around all over the place. So it's really difficult. It's such a shame that, you know, yet another event has been very fraught with difficulty because of these two warring brothers and
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
Charles.
There's a lot of history associated with this wedding, isn't there?
Oh, there really is. So King Charles, Queen Camilla have been invited. What I reported last weekend is they haven't confirmed their attendance yet. At that point, it was only 3 weeks to go, 2 weeks now. And they are unlikely to attend. And unfortunately, there is a bit of bad blood. And it dates back 20 years now. At another of the weddings, it was Hugh's sister, Lady Tamara. She got married to...
That doesn't make sense.
One of the Van Cutsem brothers, Ed Van Cutsem. And it was very awkward because at that stage, Charles and Camilla were, you know, they'd been long established in a relationship, but there was nothing formal.
Fact.
And so they were invited. There was Queen Elizabeth would be there and Prince Philip. And unfortunately, Camilla was told that she wouldn't be able to sit anywhere near her other half, Prince Charles. She would have to be about 5 rows back.
Are you serious?
She wouldn't be able to arrive with him.
What year are we talking, do you know?
Yeah, it was 2004.
Right.
So what happened was this didn't go down very well at all. So Charles and Camilla, basically in protest,
Are you serious?
didn't attend the wedding. Charles found another engagement with the army to go to, and anyway, they didn't turn up. And apparently Camilla was so unhappy about it, she put her foot down, said this situation cannot continue. And
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
then just a few weeks later, they announced their engagement.
Right.
And that helped prompt the royal wedding. So
Wow.
there's a lot of history there.
The difference with this one is that Charles is Hugh's, the groom's, godfather. So it's pretty churlish not to say yes to his wedding.
To be fair,
Well,
though, the
he's
king...
also got an illness going on.
Yeah,
yeah.
You
no,
know,
but it's
that.
important to say that the day before, the king will be in Normandy for the D-Day commemorations as well. So this is a man who is still being treated for cancer, who's going to France, then to sort of go up to Chester in a day for a wedding and everything.
So
You know, it's a big deal.
Do you think the king and queen still bear that grudge a little bit?
Very good question.
There's, I think essentially they're not keen to go, is certainly
Yeah.
what I've been told. Yeah.
Gosh,
so.
it's
And just to add
fascinating.
to that, I've been told that they're definitely not going. But you're right. I mean, he's in Normandy the day before. He's got the
What?
big UK commemorations in Portsmouth on the Wednesday, and he's got other stuff on that week. And I think probably he'll just go when he gets back from France on Thursday night. Just go to Highgrove or Windsor, and collapse for the weekend.
It's fair to say that no one from the Grosvenor family will hold it against him.
Yeah.
And he's very keen to go to actual duties as well. So, you know, he might think this is a social engagement and there isn't really enough energy left in the bank to go to this one when he's got so many duties.
Gosh,
Stop it.
it's hard work being in that family, isn't it? Speaking of Rebecca, the Princess Anne section of the show, here we are. She's been abroad again for another very quick foreign tour, and where has she been and who's she been hanging out with?
You better answer the fucking question.
Well, a 3-day trip to Norway, packing in...
That's all you need.
In those 3 days, probably more than we all do in an entire week. There's a lot of military engagements, commemorations of Britain's links with Norway.
Are you serious?
During the Second World War, she met up with her godson, who's the Crown Prince of Norway, because obviously all the European royal families are very, very interlinked in various ways, basically putting us all to shame.
Amazing. Well, as we discussed earlier, the Chelsea Flower Show is a key date in the British summer season and one that is loved by the royal family. So here are some of our favourite pictures of the firm at the event over the years.
Okay.
Oh, some really great ones there. And a reminder again to like and subscribe if you don't already. Thank you to Rebecca, Charlotte, Richard, and to you for watching. We will see you on Palace Confidential next time. Bye-bye.